Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. I'm back for the Whale Called Moon. I'm doing a tea reading today. This one is the Pine and Rose Hips tea. And I'm recording this because I felt like, this Pine Collective really wanted to speak today. It kind of, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to record it or have enough light today for this one, but I actually ended up having enough light, and I'm just going to do the reading today. So this is for anybody who is open to receiving these messages. This is a timeless reading. This is for all signs. I'm recording this on October 17th, 2025. And I'm just going to look to see what I get. Special thank you to everybody who has, been watching my channel and liking my videos and subscribing. I appreciate all the new subscribes. If you haven't donated, I appreciate all donations. I post free content. None of my content is monetized. So that means it's all free. So if you do, or if you're able to contribute or donate or buy me a coffee, there is links to Cash App, Venmo, PayPal in the description box. There's also information how to send me like a gift card through the mail or send me like a donation through Zelle if you want to do Zelle instead. So I am still offering private readings, so if you'd like to get a reading, you're more than welcome to book that. It's $100 for 30 minutes by phone. And yeah, I'm just going to jump in and see what we get here. This is Pine and Rose Hips. This has a wild energy, okay? Forest energy. So I'm looking to see what's going to come through here. Let's see. I feel like some of you, the first words that I got was camping, okay? But I also, when I think of camping, I also think of travel. So some of you may be traveling at this time or wanting to go away. Some of you might really like being outdoors. Some of you might need to spend more time outdoors to kind of get your energy regrounded or just to raise your vibration. I feel like you're going to get a lot of inspiration from the trees. The Pine Tree Collective is like saying that there's going to be a lot of inspiration that comes through from the pine trees specifically. So if you live in an area where you can go and just spend time out in the woods, this would be good. The pine is also, I'm getting this, so for those of you who maybe have struggled with like a low immune system or like need a boost of immunity, the pine actually helps kill cancer cells. So the pine, just breathing in the air around the pine trees, specifically there's certain pine trees that are specific to this. So like it actually helps. It's like it's almost kind of like, I think of it like an antioxidant. But for those of you who have never had pine needles tea, I always tell people to go for the short pine needles. There's Swiss pine that has short needles, like Christmas tree, the spruce trees. Those all are short needles, and those are really helpful in boosting the immune system. But for those of you specifically, it's very interesting that, you may want a boost at this time, and we are going into cold and flu season. So some of you may need to be outside in the woods to get a little bit of boost of immunity. But this is also showing me like some of you really need to like maybe work on elderberry, work on vitamin C. I'm also getting vitamin A, vitamin E, just like upping your vitamin intake and supplement intake during this period of time. I'm also being shown like for some of you need to get like some hand wipes, like after you go to the grocery store, wipe your hands, wash your hands. I used to carry like a little like travel size soap in my car. I would wash my hands with that little bit of soap, and it always helped. The times where I didn't wash my hands after going, I didn't feel good. So for those of you who are trying to boost your immune system, these are the suggestions that are coming through this collective here. The other thing about the travel, okay, like I want to look at the travel here for a second. I do see some of you flying somewhere. Maybe taking a special trip somewhere. I also see like a road trip. It's not that far. Like if you're taking a road trip, I don't feel like you're going that far. For some of you, you might be moving out of state or going to a different state if you live in the United States. For some of you, you might be traveling around Europe someplace, maybe taking a little train somewhere in Europe. I'm seeing that as well. The whole thing about camping though, okay, that brought me to another message that wanted to come through about needing to like chill out like on the couch or spending time like in bed or like on the couch. I was seeing some of you really need to kind of get into the cozy season and spend more time chilling out or spending time more at home. I'm seeing like that's the message that wants to come through. Again, some of you may have actually a cold or may actually just not be feeling the best, and you might need to work on just doing not very much. You know, my dad used to say, let the world pass you by, you know, and just take time off. I feel like some of you, that's what I'm seeing. Like rest your brain, rest your eyes, you know, just don't really stress too hard, you know. The other thing too, okay, so the pine, and this is from the sequoia. I'm getting the sequoia message here that wants to come through. The pine to me is deliverance. The pine is protection. The pine is this energy, especially the sequoia energy that wants to come through, the redwood energy is a very powerful energy about having the strength to carry on, having the strength to do things that should be impossible for you to do, having the courage to go do something. For some of you, this is like needing to break down to break through, kind of like really focusing on your emotional well-being. For some of you, taking good care of your mental health, seeing a counselor. I am seeing also the deliverance that comes from being able to kind of weather the storm or weather things that are going on in your life, you know. I'm seeing that specifically. What else? Hang on. I'm seeing there's going to be a lot of, I don't know what you would call it, like construction or reconstruction or rebuilding of your life. I'm seeing like a crane. So some of you might actually have like might be doing some construction or building on your house or your property if you have it. For some of you, you might actually be building a house. I'm specifically getting there's some rebuilding or building project or something that you're going to be doing in the winter time, which is unusual because that's not usually like the building season. Some of you may be making plans on your life, like to rebuild your life in the winter when there's snow. I'm seeing snow specifically, and I'm seeing like a crane. Now, the word crane is actually really lucky. So one of the things coming through this reading is good luck and energy of luck. The thing about building things and construction and this energy of like maybe rebuilding your life, or this energy of making plans is actually really positive as well. It means that you're taking action steps to do things in your life that are enhancing your life. So for some of you, this is not going to be literal. This is going to be more metaphorical, where you're thinking about how you can improve your life in some way. For some of you, this is major. Okay, so these are major things that you're wanting to do. Maybe some of you wanting to switch to a better job, or, you know, try a new career field. Or for some of you, rebuilding is just more like doing things for yourself that you've wanted to do. For some of you, it's taking better care of yourself. So we're looking at your diet. We're looking at maybe refurbishing your wardrobe, or getting a new haircut or hairstyle, or doing something that's going to really improve your sense of well-being and take steps to be healthier. So for some of you, I am seeing blood work. It's interesting. This is a really red tea, and I'm seeing blood work. Some of you getting blood work to find out, okay, like what am I allergic to? Or some of you are getting blood work done to see, okay, like what your blood sugar levels are going to be at. Some of you are, you know, really going to be working in the natural way, maybe taking more supplements and natural things to kind of get into like the best shape or into good health. For some of you, doing things that are like, I don't know, it's kind of this thing where you, I think it's HRT, I forget what it's called, where it helps you lose weight. You kind of inject this thing into your stomach and it helps you lose weight. I forget what it's called, but some of you might be investigating doing that. Hormone replacement therapy, maybe that's what the HRT is. I forget what the other one is, but it's not, I don't think it's hormone replacement therapy. It's something else. But anyways, you're going to be really rebuilding in the sense of like your bad habits you're going to be letting go of. You're going to be establishing new habits. So say, for example, you always forget to brush your teeth before bed. That's going to stop. Like you're going to be like, okay, I really have to get a new toothbrush and really floss my teeth every day and really take care of myself. So I feel like some of you are really going to be doing that. That's what I'm seeing. What else? I feel like you're going to be settling down. The word settling or settling down came through. So for some of you, you're going to be settling down with a new partner, or settling down with a person in your life. I feel like their energy of being settled or being very grounded is going to be some energy of peace is going to happen when there is snow or in the wintertime here in the northern hemisphere. So that would be wintertime. Like 6 months from now, if you live in the southern hemisphere. But it's very soon for those of you who live in the northern hemisphere. What else? What else from the pine tree? For some of you, you're going to be breaking bread with new people. So maybe going out to eat or making new friendships. I see you meeting new people. I'm seeing like a fork, which is interesting too in the reflection here. So like I'm seeing some of you maybe like being asked out to dinner, or maybe you're going to be asked to a different house for the holidays, or you're going to be going someplace, spending time with people that are like tribe. Okay, I feel like the words tribe or the people that are around you are going to really pop up here over the wintertime, fall and wintertime months. That's what I want to say. But I feel like in general, this is a theme. So this could be also into 2026 or later and beyond, depending on when you're watching this, because it's timeless reading. For some of you, you're going to be building a nest egg. If you have never had savings, some of you are going to be really focusing on your savings. I feel like you're going to have quite a healthy amount of savings in the future. I also feel, okay, for some of you, you're going to go through a breakup with someone. I'm seeing a breakup because we've got this branch here. And I feel like you're going to be leaving that relationship in the past. If you are in a relationship, I feel like you're going to be really... I feel like you're going to be really letting them go, but I also feel like there's going to be some issue around finances or around money or around issues with like, just like, I don't know, maybe child support, or for some of you, it's issues around how are you going to split things up? That's what I'm saying. For some of you, you're going to try to figure out, okay, who's going to get the car and who's going to get this and who's going to get that. I feel like that's going to happen. I do feel like some of you are going to be going into a nesting phase of your pregnancy. If you're pregnant, I'm seeing a nest For some of you, this is the nest coming through is a really big blessing for any new home, okay, that you're planning to have. If you're planning on moving into a home, if you're planning on buying a home, if you're planning on renting a new apartment or going and moving to a different location and starting over in a new town, whatever it is that you're doing with a love partner or without a love partner, it bodes very, very well for any home. It's very, very lucky and very fortuitous to see a nest. I found a nest several months ago that was on the ground when I was out, and it was like, I looked it up and it made me cry actually, and I found that it's so interesting because the nest is such a huge blessing. For some of you, it's when you I want to say buy a home or settle down, you probably will get pregnant right away, and I feel like you're going to be very settled and very comfortable there. The words comfort, security is going to come through. It is coming through, but I also feel like for some of you, you're going to be going into a nesting phase of your pregnancy, or you're going to be really focused on buying things for a pregnancy or planning for pregnancy. I see also some really cool date nights. Okay, I'm seeing like these little lights or these stars. So you're going to be having, maybe an interesting nightlife, or like for some of you, you're going to be staying up maybe probably a little bit too late. Or for some of you, those of you who do stay up late, you're going to need to, go, make sure you go to bed earlier. But I feel like your nightlife, your sex life, your dating life is going to pick up during this period of time. Like you might date more than one person, or you might really spend more time with a partner, or you might decide, okay, like we want to go camping, and we might want to go out, more at night, spend time maybe by the water, by the beach, or just doing things with a partner. I feel like the date life, the nightlife is going to pick up. I feel like it's going to be very romantic, or there's going to be a lot of ambiance or mood as well. Any last messages that want to come through? I feel like so the focus for many of you, there's going to be more love and romance in your life. I'm seeing the rose hips like wanting to come through, and the rose hips are from roses, and roses have this higher vibration. Some of you are going to be letting some of the more toxic patterns or like drama patterns go in your life, and you're going to have a lot more like of a love focus in your life. For some of you, it's going to be more of like focusing on more simple things. Is what I'm seeing here. Like a simpler life, or just being very focused on love, the positive energy of love. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you guys so much. I wish you guys all the best. I send everyone big hugs and big kisses. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Bye, guys.